Welcome back to Britton Farms Homestead. Today we are with my sweet grandmother.
Hey, I'm feeding the fish.
And we are going to can some pickled sweet and spicy cherry tomatoes. Those are really good. So I'll go over the recipe, what you need. You need 2 pounds of onions, thinly sliced. So I have 2 pounds of onions thinly sliced here, or around about. 4 to 5 pounds of cherry tomatoes, and they don't all have to be red. You can use orange, partially green ones, washed. You need 1 bulb of garlic to go peeled to go in each, or 1 clove, sorry, 1 clove of garlic to go in each jar, and this makes 6 pints or 3 quarts. So we're doing pints, so we've got 6 cloves of garlic. And then you're gonna need 6 to 8 hot peppers, and these are chili peppers. You can use any kind of pepper you want, but these are chili peppers. That's what you're gonna need. You want to put 2 to 3 hot peppers in each jar. And then, of course, you have 4 cups of sugar that my grandmother's already put in here. And then we're gonna need 3 teaspoons of coarse salt. So I have coarse sea salt. And then you're gonna need 4 cups of vinegar. We are using apple cider vinegar. You can use any kind of vinegar you want, but we're using apple cider because that's what we have. You need 1 teaspoon of celery seed. You need 1 teaspoon of turmeric. Say it, Grandmama. What's it called? Turmeric.
That's as near as I know.
You need 1 tablespoon of mustard seed and 1 tablespoon of peppercorn. And she's pouring the apple cider vinegar to go in the brine. We are gonna go ahead and sterilize these jars. And just kind of roll them around in boiling water. I don't have a set time that I'm putting them in there. I'm gonna put them in there, let them rock around. And any germs or anything that's on these jars, it is going to kill whatever's on it, so we can make sure we get a good seal and there's nothing bad in this jar when I put my tomatoes in there or my peppers or whatever. So just rolling them around a little bit. And then we're gonna take it out. Get the water out of it. We're gonna set it right over here. And do this one the same way. Take the water out of it. Set it right over here. And then in a minute, I'm gonna turn them up on their end so all the water drains out of them. This is something else I've seen that people say they don't do, but we do this. We boil our lids. So I'm gonna put them in the boiling water. And they're just gonna be in there waiting, and I'm gonna move it off the eye to the back. And then we are fixing to pack our jars that are over here. See, I turned them upside down so they dry out. We're gonna pack our jars and we're gonna put on our brine that will go into the jars. So for the brine, we put in 4 cups of sugar. She's already got 1 in here. She's gonna put 3 more.
That ought to do it.
All right. Put
cheese.
And she's pouring the apple cider vinegar to go in the brine. So that's what we're doing right now, is making the brine that's going to go in the jars with the tomatoes. So
4 cups.
yes, 4 cups of vinegar, and we already have 4 cups of sugar in there. Alright, so I need a teaspoon, Grandmama. Next for our brine, we are going to put 3 teaspoons of coarse salt. So now we're going to put 1 teaspoon of celery seed.
1 teaspoon.
Yep. Mustard seed. Okay, 1 teaspoon mustard seed. You need 1 teaspoon peppercorn.
I didn't get this. Woo! That's gonna make it lala. You know what I'd do if it was mine?
What?
I'd tie these up in right.
So that's all we need in our brine. Going to boil this until the sugar dissolves. That's not even on.
Well, you want it on?
Well, yeah, I guess. I guess we need to cut it out.
Well, that's what I was thinking. That's what that ain't no oven.
No.
You ain't no cook.
Okay, so while my grandmother is stirring this, we're gonna pack these jars.
You see why I have to be over here? She don't know what she's doing.
That's right, she has to teach me everything. So we're going to, actually we're gonna put our onions in first, so they'll be in the bottom of the jar, out of the way. And we're just gonna take these tomatoes and kind of separate them out in between jars. I don't have a set amount to put in each jar. I think we're supposed to have a 1/2 inch of headspace left, come on, once we get all of our mess in there.
Quit throwing my onions away.
Well, this is hard to do one-handed, Grandmama. So this recipe doesn't call for cutting these peppers, but I want some spice to these tomatoes, and without cutting this pepper open, none of that spice is gonna make it to my tomatoes. So I'm not sure why it's called sweet and spicy tomato cherry, pickled sweet and spicy cherry tomatoes, because the spice is never gonna get out of this pepper if I don't cut it. And it doesn't call for that, but I'm fixing to cut it. I have just sliced these peppers, and these are chili peppers, just cut them in half and throw 2 in each jar, which would be 4 halves. And she is packing those tomatoes in there. So we've got onions, peppers, and tomatoes in our jars.
Garlic.
And garlic. Okay, so we got our brine going here, and the sugar's dissolved. Now we need to pour it over our jars. We've got our jars packed. We're now going to dip this out. We're gonna cut it off first. Cut that off. We're gonna dip this out and pour it over our tomatoes. And the tomatoes. We're leaving a 1/2 inch of headspace, so right there is the 1/2 inch. It's strong, ain't it? It's taking my breath away. So I'm gonna have to wipe the rims of all these because I've made a mess. But it's just the way it is. So I'll be back once I get these full. We're gonna wet our towel and we're gonna wash the rims off of these jars because I overflowed them, made a big mess, and Grandmama's here to the rescue. And she says, we don't need stinking vinegar to wipe the rims. We're gonna wipe it with a wet towel. So all you canners out there that always fussing about things, tell them about it.
Ask Grandmama.
Ask Grandmama. Grandmama's a rebel canner. Just so you know.
That one's too full.
Yeah, I know. That's the one I overflowed and made the big mess with. So we have to do something with some of these and
Chow down on it.
I think. Oh, that's good.
Good.
Yes. Try your dab of that, Grandma.
Well, I can't pick it up these things up.
Well, I'll get it here. Never mind. Here, eat this.
Is it sour?
Mm-mm. What do you think about that?
Got a pretty good taste to it.
Yep. I think this one's too full too.
I'm gonna get my feet in there and get them up.
Get your feet in there.
Gotta get it with my hand.
Well, I told you I'd get them.
We'll do it.
Fine. I'll get these out. We are going to hand tight or screw down hand tight the rings. Come over here and get the rings. Look at that. Aren't those pretty? I almost just want a jar of those just to look at.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You like them as well as did them beets when they canned them beets.
Those beets were beautiful too, Grandmama. You want to be the cameraman? Or camera lady? Be my camera lady. So we're just going to screw these down hand tight.
And souse them in the water bath.
And souse them? You know what souse them means? Go ahead and put that definition down in the comments below.
Not again.
It's still recording, Grandma. Promise. Alright. Here's our water and it's boiling. So you get your water to a boil, then you put your jars in the water and make sure the water covers the top of them. They're gonna simmer in the water for 10 minutes. Then you're gonna pull them out. You're gonna put them on a counter. We're gonna cover them with a towel, and then we're gonna listen for that pop of victory. Voila!
I just put that and save the other two to go in the next one.
Okay.
That be all right?
Well, that's fine with me.
Okay.
All right, so we got 4 in there. We're gonna let those simmer, or they're gonna boil for 10 minutes. And then we're gonna do these 2 by themselves, and they'll do the same thing for 10 minutes. All right, these have been in here for almost 15 minutes. We forgot about them, but it won't hurt them. 15 minutes, 10 minutes. You know, we're just winging it around here. But now I have to pull these out and put the others back in to do them 10, 15 minutes, whatever. But we're gonna put them, where do you want me to put these? On this towel right here? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna put these on this towel. We're gonna cover them up and we're gonna listen for them to pop. We now have these out and the other 2 in, but now I don't have enough water to cover the top. So I'm warming up some water here to put in here to cover the top, because they need to be covered for this to work. Now we've got these covered with water, and we're just gonna let them do their 10-minute boil. Then we're gonna pull them out. Whew. And put them over here. And none of these have sealed yet, but I hope to hear a pop soon. All right, so we've got all 6 pints out here. Look at those babies. They're looking beautiful. Got all 6, and 1 has already popped. I heard it. We're waiting on the rest. Listen to that pop. So if you guys are liking what you're seeing, go ahead, subscribe, like, hit that bell notification every time. Hit that bell notification so you get a notification every time we put out a video. But thanks for hanging out with us, and God bless you all.